and Maple Grove's going to have it.
Right out in front, they score!
Welcome to Sports Jam for the week of October 5th. I'm John Jacobson.
And I'm Jay Wilcox. This week on the show, plenty of football highlights from Week 7. We'll meet a standout in the classroom and on the volleyball court for Maple Grove in our Sports Jam Spotlight.
And Jay talks tennis with the Armstrong girls. Let's get started with soccer. It's the last week of the regular season, and conference champions will be crowned this week. It's a tight race in the Northwest Suburban Conference boys soccer with a handful of teams still with a shot of at least a share of the title. Osseo at home Saturday to face Champlin Park in a battle of contenders. Highlights from this one, the Rebels trying to clear the ball here, but it comes to the Orioles' Drew Anderson, who drills a shot home for a goal 6 minutes and 16 seconds in. Same score late in the first half when the Rebels' Abdul Haji scores on a penalty kick. And then just 18 seconds later, the Rebels' Jose Duran plays a nice pass ahead to Haji, who makes a great touch with his right foot to play it past Isaiah Stewart. It's in for a 2-1 Rebels lead. Early in the second half, the Orioles tie it. Jacob Simmons crosses the ball. Emmanuel Kema, beautiful header goal. That's all the scoring in this one. It ends in a 2-2 tie. A big match at Park Center between the league-leading Pirates and Maple Grove. These teams fight to a 3-3 tie. The Pirates and Andover are in a virtual tie for first place in the conference now, just ahead of ANOKA.
In the girls' game between the Rebels and Orioles, Champlin Park was trying to sustain some late-season momentum. Osseo looking for its second conference win of the season. A nice give and go for Champlin Park, and Ari Pagmani is tripped here in the penalty area. So that leads to a penalty kick, and Pagmani does the honors scoring to give the Rebels a 1-0 halftime lead. Osseo goalkeeper Sam Brecht comes up with some nice stops, including this one on a second-half PK. That lone goal stands up as Champlin Park wins it 1-0. And the Armstrong girls clinch at least a share of the Northwest Suburban title. The Falcons beat Andover 2-0 Saturday for their 6th straight win. Armstrong is 10-1 in conference games entering the week with 2 games left. They're 2 games ahead of Andover and Maple Grove.
In the Lake, WAYZATA's girls are closing in on yet another conference title. The Trojans were looking to bounce back from a loss to Edina when they played host to a Hopkins team still looking for its first conference win. Morgan Turner gets past the Royals defender and Deeks goalie Jordan Petty and goes in alone to score. And the Trojans lead 1-0 in the first half. Coach Keith Pavelka's Hopkins side couldn't get much offense going, and in the second half, the Trojans score again. Turner ahead to Marissa Kalkar, who's in alone for the shot and goal, and WAYZATA's up 2-0. Trojans goalie Kendall Coonan makes her biggest stop of the night a short time later, stopping Isabel Olsen in tight. And then WAYZATA will add one more goal late off a corner kick by Lily Gilbertson. Hannah Hyde knocks it home. The Trojans shut out Hopkins for the second time this season. 3-0 the final.
The WAYZATA boys were also looking for a season sweep of Hopkins. They hosted the Royals, and Josh Gehring gets an early chance for Hopkins, but Troy Lawaji makes the stop on the short side post. A minute later, off a long WAYZATA throw-in, the ball is headed by a couple of players before Ethan Took will knock it in. WAYZATA leads just 1-0, just 2:35 into the match. Midway through the first half, Stuart Sane with the cross. Jason Lehman heads it over to McLean King, and he buries it from close range. WAYZATA goes up 2-0 at halftime. It stays that way until late when Sane puts a penalty kick away for WAYZATA. The Trojans win it 3-0, the same score as the first time the teams met.
Now to football. Champlin Park is playing pretty well in the second half of the season. They hosted arch rival ANOKA in the annual Battle for the Paddle. First quarter play, Nathan Becker fights his way 9 yards to the end zone for an ANOKA touchdown and a 7-0 lead. Champlin Park responds. Romello Atkins catches the pass, and watch this burst of speed as he races 34 yards for a Rebels touchdown. ANOKA takes the lead again, but with less than 10 seconds left in the first half, Chad Costello connects with Brandon Oxley. Rebels miss the extra point, and they trail 14-12 at the break. Second half is all CP. Atkins catches the swing pass and does it again, going 8 yards for the score. It's 18-14 Rebels. Fourth quarter, Costello zips in from 9 yards out on the keeper for a 31-14 Champlin Park lead. And that's the final as the Rebels take the battle for the paddle.
After a strong 3-0 start, Osseo fell into a tailspin, losing 3 in a row. The Orioles hoping to get back on track on homecoming night against Coon Rapids. First series of the game and a big third down conversion as Malik Gaylord hits Marmar Hughes, and he is brought down at the Coon Rapids 1. That sets up a sneak by Gaylord, and Osseo's on the board early with a 7-0 lead, and they are just getting started in a big first quarter. Up 13-0, they go for more. Gaylord throws to Demario Armstrong, who goes up over the defender to secure the 24-yard TD catch. It's 21-0 Orioles after a 2-point conversion. Still in the first, and the Coon Rapids pass is badly underthrown. Omar Port with the interception for Osseo, and he's headed back the other way. He's bumped out just after crossing the goal line. It's a touchdown. The Orioles are up 28-0 after 1. Second quarter, and Tashawn Kelly takes the pitch and has plenty of room to run on the left side. He goes 16 yards for the score. The Orioles go up 35-0. It's 35-8 Osseo at the half. Third quarter, and the Osseo defense halts a drive. Ben Magner gets the sack on 4th down here for the Orioles. And they get creative to score then as Hughes takes the handoff and pitches to Armstrong on the reverse. Osseo cruises to a 49-8 victory to snap a 3-game losing streak. And we'll have more football coming up later in the show.
Local teams fared well in the True Team section swimming and diving meets over the weekend. WAYZATA takes the Section 5AA True Team meet easily with 1,779.5 points. The Trojans won all but one event. Armstrong finishes second with Champlin Park third. Osseo is fifth, Park Center seventh, and Cooper eighth. Hopkins is runner-up to Edina in the Section 6AA True Team meet. The Royals are followed by Cretin-Derham Hall and Minneapolis Southwest. Maple Grove prevails in the 8AA meet as they edge St. Michael Albertville. Blaine, St. Cloud Tech, and Rogers are in the 3, 4, 5 slots. And Jay, the True Team state meet is coming up Friday.
WAYZATA looking like the favorite once again, and they'll try and capture the title again. Straight ahead on Sports Jam, highlights from cross country, volleyball, and more football.
Conference and section meets in cross country are coming up later this month.
A handful of local teams got a tune-up when they ran on a beautiful afternoon at Elm Creek Park Reserve for the Osseo Invitational. Cooper's Garrett Williams dominates the boys' race, his winning time 15 minutes, 43 seconds. Maple Grove is strong as a team, and Alex Miley takes 4th place in 16:33. Teammates Isaac Holcomb and Blake Iverson are 7th and 9th, respectively, as the Crimson take 2nd place. In the girls' 5K, North St. Paul 8th grader Hannah O'Brien is the runaway winner with a time of 18:58. Maple Grove's Jenna Houck sprints to the finish for 3rd place. Madeline Marino is 6th for the Crimson with Christina Bolser 10th. And here are the team results. Centennial is the boys' team winner. Maple Grove finishes 2nd. Blaine is 3rd with Osseo 4th. Cooper is 6th with Williams winning medalist honors. Centennial also wins the girls' title with 50 team points. Irondale is 2nd, just ahead of Maple Grove. White Bear Lake finishes 4th with North St. Paul 5th and Osseo 6th. Cooper places 8th. O'Brien of North St. Paul wins the girls' 5K by 33 seconds.
While Champlin Park continues to lead the Northwest Suburban Conference in volleyball with an unbeaten record in the league, the Osseo Orioles are keeping pace just a game back. The Orioles in black as they host Centennial. First set, good dig by Allie Ashton, Ellie Hoyt. The set, Christina Bowe there with the kill for the Osseo point. Later the ball set left side. Kate Achenbach, her kill gives Osseo a 17-13 lead. They win 25-17. Second set, another good dig from Ashton in the back row. Hoyt then goes with the tip shot for the point as the Orioles dominate the set. Anna Furman with a big swing and kill in the middle. The Orioles win the second set 25-9 to go up 2-0. Bowe is a big hitter for the Orioles, and she attacks from the outside here for an Osseo point in set number 3. This one that was much closer, and on what turns out to be set point, both Kelly Auer and Ashton make good defensive plays. The Cougars return on Bowe's hit, though, lands wide. And that's set and match point. Osseo sweeps Centennial. The Orioles and Tutino Grace enter this week 1 game back of Champlin Park. Also in the Northwest Suburban Conference, Maple Grove was home to play Irondale. Off a night serve, Maple Grove's Allie Hinsey with a short set to Alexa Otto. Into the open court for a point. Crimson win the first set 25-13. Maple Grove rolling again in the second set. Paige Hinsey up to Allie Hinsey to Lauren Bright for the attack and kill here. Crimson win 25-7. The third set starts out close. Irondale digs the ball up, but on the overpass, it's an easy play for Bright. They tip it over for a point. The Crimson lead 18-12. They go on to sweep Irondale 25-13, 25-7, and 25-14.
Now back to football. Armstrong is having its best season in a decade. The Falcons were looking to improve to 5-2 as they played host to De La Salle on homecoming night. And Armstrong gets started early. Evan McClellan takes the handoff and has a nice seam to run through. He has good speed and splits the last two defenders on the way to a 64-yard touchdown run. It's the beginning of a big night for McClellan. Later in the first, and Amadou Dunbar gets the call. He takes it up the middle for the touchdown, and it is 14-0 Falcons. De La Salle responds as Nick Weber connects with Josh Doles all over the middle to pull the Islanders within 14-6. But it's all Armstrong from there. Collis Barber throws the swing pass to Isaiah Poster, who gets a block and makes a defender miss. Poster takes it the distance, 45 yards for the score to make it 21-6 Armstrong. McClellan gets another turn to shine. The line opens a nice hole, and McClellan is off and running again. This one covers 68 yards. McClellan averages 22 yards on 9 carries. The Falcons roll to a 42-6 win.
The Hopkins and Minnetonka football teams have both struggled at times this year. The Royals and Skippers battled in a back-and-forth West Metro South District game at Hopkins. Minnetonka gets on the board first. Ty Barron bounces outside, wins the race to the end zone, and scores a 22-yard touchdown and a 7-0 lead in the first quarter. The Royals don't let that hold up for long. Deion Campbell on the ensuing kickoff return breaks out of a crowd here. And he finds room on the far sideline, picks up one block along the way, and takes this one back 92 yards for a touchdown. The Royals tied at 7 in the game that featured 9 TDs. Just before halftime, the Royals down by 6. Oscar Johnson hits Alex Bowers with his 10-yard touchdown pass. The extra point is good, and Hopkins leads 21-20 at halftime. Royals were up 28-26 going into the fourth quarter, but Skippers quarterback Garrett Olson hits Amar Miller on a play that's ruled a catch and a touchdown. Minnetonka hangs on to beat Hopkins 34-28 the final. Maple Grove continues to play well. The Crimson pulled away to beat Prior Lake 42-21, outscoring the Lakers 20-0 in the third quarter to break it open. Isaac Collins continued his strong season with 170 yards rushing and 5 touchdowns. Brad Davison was 12 for 17 for 209 yards.
Breck's longtime rival Blake is now part of a football co-op with Minnehaha Academy, St. Paul Academy, and Mounds Park Academy. Breck hosted the SMB squad that's having a strong first season together. SMB dominates. Michael O'Shea takes the direct snap and gets good blocking to score a 15-yard touchdown. Wolfpack leads it 33-6. Their D is tough too. David Roddy drops the pass, and though he puts up a good effort, he's still sacked by Dorrance Melton. A high snap costs Breck here as it gets away from Roddy, and Sam Gittleman will scoop it up to score. Breck falls to 2-5 with a 39-6 loss to SMB, and that's a pretty tough co-op team here.
Those schools not exactly close together either. SPA, Minnehaha, and Blake, but having a great year. Next up in our Sports Jam Spotlight, meet a Maple Grove senior who is balancing academics with athletics. Time management is a skill that students need to conquer when balancing extracurricular activities with a challenging course load in school. In this week's Sports Jam Spotlight, we meet an academic and athletic volleyball standout from Maple Grove who is doing just that.
You could call Lauren Bright a quick study, both in the classroom and on the volleyball court. The Maple Grove High School senior will be playing Division I volleyball next year. Pretty good for someone who just started playing the sport in 9th grade.
I had been a basketball player, a softball player, I had done gymnastics and cross country, and I finally found volleyball.
Give it up to Hilly, blocked by Bright.
In my earlier years, I guess, I specialized mostly in the front row, so my back row skills were pretty rusty, but I did pick up jumping and swinging and blocking a little quicker.
I think she's one of those kids that coaches whatever sport you're in. She's kind of like the true athlete. She's played multiple sports before, was a softball player and a pitcher. So I just think having that background of athletic, and then it's also, I think, in her blood because her parents both played volleyball. She's just been able to attain it in such a quick amount of time, and she's only been playing for maybe 4 years.
Lauren is a middle blocker for the Crimson who leads the team in both blocks and kills. She's a tough player to stop, especially defensively.
She brings in the experience that she's learned over the course of the years, whether it's high school or playing juniors, and brings all of that into one to make her just that definitive middle blocker that she is.
I think my strengths are blocking, because I can jump pretty high, and hitting too, because especially off of a good setter like Paige Aspinwall, I can find openings by looking through the block.
Shortly after her freshman season, Lauren began playing club volleyball. For the last 2 years, she's played for Northern Lights Club in Burnsville. The experience there helped refine and improve Lauren's game.
It's a greatly run club. I mean, they have great recruiting, which helped me a lot in my process. They play the best tournaments. You practice with the best competition every single time you play. And it really helped me improve my game over the past 2 years significantly.
Her skills caught the attention of college coaches. And next year, Lauren will head east and play volleyball and study at Lehigh University in Pennsylvania.
Of all the schools that I've seen, I love the campus. It's a small kind of suburban, it's like an hour north of Philadelphia. And the academics were really the biggest draw for me. That's really been the main theme throughout my entire collegiate search, is academics come first and then volleyball is a bonus.
Math and science are Lauren's favorite subjects, and the straight-A student is taking AP classes in both physics and calculus this fall.
And luckily, I'm surrounded by friends who have the same mindset as me, so we all take academics very seriously. We work together on it, and it's not really a competition, but we work together to bring out the best in each other.
College and that 1,100-mile move east will come soon enough. For now, Lauren Bright is just trying to enjoy her last weeks of volleyball at Maple Grove.
It's kind of the best because you play with all your peers and your friends and people who you might not have known at the school you now play with, so you kind of expand your friend circle. And Coach Sean actually makes it a lot of fun. He chooses great girls to play on the team, great drills. It's a good run program.
In the Crimson's matches last week, Lauren recorded 45 kills, 43 digs, and 6 blocks. The Crimson are 4-4 in Northwest Suburban Conference matches this season. Sports Jam returns in a moment as Jay talks tennis with the Armstrong Falcons.
Welcome back to Sports Jam. It is playoff time already in girls tennis, and we're joined today by the Armstrong Falcons, a couple of their singles players, and also Coach Dan Richards. And we'll start with Nicole Snezhko. And how much fun has this season been for you, and how do you feel like the team has played overall here?
I think it's really fun, and all the players are super nice, and it's just like a good experience to play for the high school team.
We're out here today after you just edged Maple Grove, another team that's had a pretty solid season. Was it a good match, a fun match to be a part of and come out on top in?
Yeah, I think the first set I was struggling a bit, but then I got my game back, and then it went like more smooth. So.
We got playoff time coming up here for both the team, and then after that, singles and doubles. How excited are you for the chances, for yourself and also for the Falcons overall?
Yeah, I think it'll be super fun, and I'm just excited to see how far I can get in the tournament.
All right, good luck in the playoffs and have fun.
Thank you.
And Mallory, Lithun, your team putting together a nice season here. How do you feel about the way things have gone up to this point?
I feel awesome. I think our team's super good, and I'm really proud of what we've done.
Maple Grove was, it was a split. Singles wins for Armstrong, doubles wins for them. Did you expect that coming in? Did you expect a good tight match like this?
I did. I know that Maple Grove is a really tough team, and they're really good, so I thought that the doubles matches and singles matches would be really tight.
Obviously, the fall season goes fairly quickly, but do you see a lot of progress within your team? Can you see players have gotten a little bit better since August, even till now?
I have. A lot of players, have started to play during the weekends and stuff to get better, and it really shows.
All right, congratulations on a good season. Have fun in the postseason here.
Thank you.
And Coach Richards, your team edging Maple Grove, kind of went like both coaches expected a little bit, where they have some double strength. You guys were stronger in singles. You know, how good of a win is this?
Oh, it's a great win. It's a great win. Maple Grove has had some really good wins in the conference, and yeah, I figured it would be 4-3. We actually beat them 4-3 last year as well.
How do you feel about the way your team's performed throughout the year?
This has been probably my funnest year with the girls. I see a lot of improvement. Our singles has always been really strong at Armstrong, but our doubles is improving this year, and it's really exciting to see the girls become better, become more aggressive at the net, and be more competitive. When we played Coon Rapids, we lost at 4 singles, and we got a win out of our 2 doubles team of Marissa Weller and Maddie Sobiak, and it was one of the wins where we kind of stole the victory, and so it was super exciting. So it's been a fun year. Yep.
The sections have shuffled around a little bit this year. That means some new teams for playoff. But how do you feel about where you stack up with some of the best teams in the 5AA now?
It's going to be tough. I mean, there's always good teams in the section this year. In our section, WAYZATA and Delano will probably be the 1 and 2 seed. In the past, we've been in just a super tough section where there's not just 2 teams, but there's probably 5 teams that are really, really good. And so we're definitely excited about the opportunity this year.
Dan, thanks for joining us, and good luck in the section tournament.
Okay, thank you much.
All right, Dan Richards, the coach for the Armstrong girls tennis team. Again, they start play in the Section 5AA tournament this week. A good field in that newly shuffled section in Section 5AA. We'll be back to wrap up Sports Jam right after this, but first, a look at our plays of the week.
Looking to set something up. Gets the cross away. The header to the front. To the weak side. Shot and a goal.
Channel 12 is back with a new year of high school sports. Tune in for complete game action all season long. Collins to the end zone, touchdown, Maple Grove. Our games will be live on the web via live stream, and most you can catch live on Channel 12. Follow us on Twitter @12sports. And for a complete list of games, go to 12.tv.
Engelbrecht lines it up, fires, and scores.
Channel 12, your local source for prep sports.
Local Vote 2015 focuses on candidates that make decisions close to home. Hear from the candidates on Channel 12 and join us for election night coverage.
Our game of the week is the regular season finale for the Maple Grove football team. The Crimson host Shakopee Friday night. Watch it live on Channel 12 and on the web at 12.tv, or catch the replays Saturday at 10 a.m. and 10 p.m.
And that is it for this week's Sports Jam. Thanks for watching.
Next time, we'll have playoff tennis highlights, plus the last regular season week in football and soccer. See you next time here on Sports Jam.